Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton of the Steel City Snufflegators. And now it's Niffle Kong's turn to take on the Z-Force deck. So round 2 for the King of the Monsters series. This is the Z-Force deck that Ultra Gravitron managed to take down. And now it's Niffle Kong's turn to see how that one can get on. So we've got the 2-2-2 there. Also with the standardised testing. So yeah, I didn't really feel that. So I went for the mulligan. We've got Keith the Adventurer, Even Ivan, Radiant Truth, It's Coming, and Niffle Ape, so that's what we're going to be starting with. I'm playing against Fabled Alpaca again, which is Simon for the Steel City Snufflegators. He is going first. He's played Casual Loot, which has gone into his archive, and it's going to put a, there we go, archive a card, archive Casual Loot. So that's a nice way to clear a couple of cards out of his hand and put them in his archive to begin with. And there we go, he's passed the turn to me. And gone for Keith the Adventurer because he had a draw icon. And then played the artifact that I'd drawn, the Fish and Bloom. And then we've played Even Ivan. And then passed the turn. So a little bit of a board building up there. Might get some value out of the Fish and Bloom because I'll be honest, I don't seem to get that much value out of it, and I don't think it's a bad card. Just never seems to really pay off that much for me, particularly. Simon's gone into Star Alliance this one. There we go. He's played New Frontiers, gained an Amber, chosen Shadows, and revealed tempting offer Dinobot and a Xenophieth. So I think at least a couple of those are going to be going into his archive with a Casual Loop and the other card he drew. There goes the Z-Force Agent. Put the Security Droid on the Z-Force Agent to give it taunt. And the Particle Tracker. I think that's going to ward it at the start of the turn. We'll have to see. I think that's the one that wards it. So again, what do I go into now? Well, with its coming and top half of Niffle Kong, makes sense to play out a big Untamed turn, really. So that's what we're doing. So played its coming, drawn the other half of the Niffle Kong, play down the Niffle Ape that I had anyway, play down the Niffle Kong, draw the other Niffle Ape that's in the deck, and play Trimble, then play the other Niffle Ape on the flank, protect the flanks with the potentially the least useful creature, but we'll see. And again, nice battle line there. Everything's got skirmish because of Trimble. 4 and 2. We got in hand standardised testing, mutagenic serum, radiant truth, front of the eye. Yeah, see what comes down before we decide what to do. But that Z-Force Agent looks a good target for potentially getting rid of with the Niffle Kong, potentially. Just taking a look at what Simon's going into for his turn 3. Obviously the board is going to be starting to worry him, I think, a little bit there. Yeah, although again 2 Amber to 1 at the moment, so going off quite evenly. He's gone for Star Alliance again. He's played the Zid Wave Emitter onto the Z-Force Agent and gained an Amber because of that. Must be the Wave Emitter that wards it because it isn't warded at the moment. So it must be the Wave Emitter that wards it in the Particle Tracker that allows you to search your card. He's just used the Z-Force Agent to fight Even Ivan. That's got rid of Even Ivan. So at least he's got some value out of it. And now he's using the Z-Force agent to search for an upgrade. Taking a card into the hand. Gain 3 amber because of the 3 upgrades that are on the Z-Force, which is quite good. So I've gone into Untamed because the Z-Force is not warded, so Niffle Kong will be able to take it off. So I've reaped with Niffle Ape, and then with Trimble I've reaped, and then I've got to fight Niffle Kong into the Z-Force, and then I've killed the other Niffle Ape that I'd used to steal one, and then I've reaped with the other Niffle Ape. We had to pause it there because there were so many upgrades on the Z-Force agent, I couldn't actually fight it. I had to fight it in manual mode, so we had to do all that by hand. So I paused the video there for you on that one. And then I've also played the Rapid Evolution on Trimble right at the end there, to make Trimble a 9 power creature at the moment. So yeah, back to Simon. He's gone for Shadows. I don't think he likes to look at that 9 power creature that's going to give all of my creatures skirmish. Also, so I've got the Niffle Kong down. As you can see, I'm chatting about the hand there. 10 cards in hand now for Simon to use on this Shadows turn. So yeah, going to be an interesting turn for Simon. I think he's just working on the play order again. When you've got that many cards in hand, getting them out in the right order can be pretty important. So he's played Vandalize, which will discard one of my cards out of the top 3 of my deck and lets Simon put them back in any order he wants. Looks like he's just taken out a Resurgence, I think, there. Again, I'm recording this after the game. But yeah, Resurgence is a good card to get rid of, especially in this deck, because it can regenerate the Niffle Kong and the Niffle Apes. So it can potentially just draw out 4 cards that you can play on the same turn. Then he's played Old Bruno to capture 3, which takes me off check nicely. Plays Shadowsaurus. Captures 1. That's thanks to Capture Enhancement icon. Then play down Xeno Thief. Tempting Offer, which is used to get rid of Trimble. I gain an amber off that, but he has managed to capture 4 off me this turn, so that's quite good. Played Booby Trap to deal 4 damage to Keith the Adventurer, kill it, and 2 to both neighbours, which has done 2 damage to the Niffle Ape and taken the armour off Niffle Kong. Played Opportunist, which has let the Xeno Thief capture another one. And yeah, there we go. So that turn he's managed to capture 6 off me, and give me 1 thanks to Tempting Offer. So yeah, I've got to choose between the Trimble for Untamed and the 2 creatures that are down, or we've got 3 Sanctum to choose from, the Radiant Truth, Font of the Eye. Or we can look at trying to get rid of a couple of creatures with the standardized testing on the logos, although obviously that will take out the Niffle Kong. Unfortunately, we can't see all the stuff on here because for some reason TCO's had a wobble, so I've played Trimble down, and there we go, there's a misplay. Fight with Niffle Kong. Should have used the Niffle Ape first. And then kill the Niffle Ape, deal 3 damage to a creature. Yeah, so I mean, there I could have potentially taken out all three of them, because yeah, the creature that's down is still elusive, but I think the other one at the side of it that I've just dropped wasn't. But yeah, I could certainly have either got another amber or taken out another creature, one or the other. Lots of creatures coming down now for Simon. Titan Engineer, Demo Bot, Keith of the Adventurer, Professor Tarato. Casual Loop has come down again, which will let him archive that and another card. That is a big logos board, because the Titan is not on the flank yet again. I can't forge. So yeah, Simon's doing a really good job of stopping me forging here. So playing down the Demo Knight. Exalt it to kill a creature. Played down the Font of the Eye that'll let me capture, and the Radiant Truth has stunned 3 out of 4 of those logos. Boys, are we down? Pass the turn in check on 9. Will I actually get to forge this turn, or will it be the 3rd turn in a row that I've been taken off check? Let's see. So we've got the Ghost Hawk in hand, along with the Demo Beast, and then we've got the Smoko, the Munchling, Standardised Testing, and Mutagenic Serum. So Simon's gone for logos. He's played Infomorph, which, to be honest, we all know is more about the enhancements. Reap with Professor Tarato, which has drawn him a card, and then he's unstunning the other creatures. Still got 6 in hand. Playing Effervescent Principle to make me lose 4. So yeah, that's the 3rd turn in a row that I've been taken off check. Still in the game, because I'm really only down by 3 amber, but obviously down by 1 key to 0. It's one of the things I look for in Mass Mutation, Effervescent Principle. It's the only card in Mass Mutation that will wholesale absolutely drop a load of amber off your opponent, never to return. You know, there's some mass capture, but there's not mass steal particularly, like a Too Much to Protect unless you get a legacy one. There's no Doorstep, there's no Shatterstorm. Effervescent Principle is the only card that's going to go, oh yeah, you've got 12 amber, right, I'll drop you down to 6. So I've gone into logos, and I make a right pig's ear of this. So I use the Fish and Bloom, that's not a bad thing. I put down Mutagenic Serum, which draws me another card. It doesn't draw me a card, so it gains me 2 amber. Then what I should be doing here is putting down the Research Smoko. Well, Standardized Testing is fine there. And then, oh no, I haven't done it that bad. Play down the Research Smoko, and then play down the Titan Engineer. No, it was probably worth playing the Research Smoko after the Standardised Testing. So there we go, got back up to 6 again, so in check again. Managed to get Simon either down by 1, I think, there. Will I get the key this time? That Professor Tarato is something that is going to potentially prove to be a problem, though, if he starts reaping with it. So he's played Red Alert. That's not going to do anything just because of the creatures. Played Crewman Jorg twice because there's 2 of them. And then again, because the Titan is not on the flank, that increases the key cost. So that's 4 turns in a row now where I've ended my turn in check and still not managed to forge a key. Going just a tight, one of these struggle type of games. We're always just one short, you know, of the key, just one short all the time, just one short. So we've gone into Sanctum this time. Played the Orb of Wonder, played Fangs of Gizzleheart to purge the Engineer. Font of the Eye is not going to capture because I've not destroyed a creature I've purged. but I might as well use it just in case he's got any sort of card that lets him use one of my artifacts. And yeah, not really much point purging my own creature, just deciding whether or not I think it's worth keeping the other Fangs of Gizzleheart in case another power 6 creature comes down or something stronger, allowing me to get rid of it. That's the question. Do we discard the Fangs or not? And I've kept it. So again, in check again. However, we've got a couple of creatures there that are probably going to sort that out. So which is Simon going to go for the Star Alliance and use those 2 creatures to take me off check, or is he going to go for something else? Because a lot of the past few rounds, yeah, he's taken me off check, but by taking me off check, he's not really advanced his own position. For the last sort of 8 turns, it's been a matter of I've been on check, off check, on check, off check, which it's stopping me get that key, but we've not really leapt forward yet and made a burst yet to the second key for Simon. So yeah, the 2 crewman jugs are both stolen 1, put me down to 5. Explorer Rovers come down as well. There we go. So that's past the turn. So now he's a good 6 up, which is doing well. I think I need to be paying more attention to Professor Toronto at the moment than I did in the game, because it gets a lot of value. Although, to be fair, it's a double-sided value, I suppose, in that if I reap with any of my creatures, I'm going to start drawing extra cards as long as my creatures are mutants. Again, though, here, if I get to 6, it's all right, but if I get to 6, all that's going to happen really is he's just going to use the 2 crewman jugs to steal another 2 from me. Just deciding what else we can do in this house at the moment. So I've popped the Orb of Wonder to gather the Resurgence, and then I'm using the Resurgence to get both halves of Niffle Kong. Then I'm going to play Niffle Kong, and then get both Niffle Apes, and then I'm going to play those down. So that Orb of Wonder there, I've sacrificed it to essentially put 4 creatures on the table. That with a Resurgence and a Niffle Kong is pretty good. It might not show any synergy on the OK or anything like that, but there we go. 1 card's just turned into 4 creatures. Now again, I'm behind, but I've managed to get a bit of a board going, and yeah, I might be able to get back into the game. See what Simon does here. I'm not on check, so this time he can potentially look at making a leap forward himself. 3 Star Alliance creatures that he could use, 2 Logos creatures, 6 cards in hand and 2 cards in archive. So a fair bit of stuff to choose from there. So he's gone for the Logos and he's drawn his archive. So likely going to be a lot of cards come down now, plus the 2 Logos cards that are down there, both of which are mutants, so if he reaps with them, both of them are going to draw him another card. So he could potentially end up with 10 cards in hand this turn before he starts playing them down. So yeah, again, 8 cards in hand, 2 to use on the field. Getting the order right, as we all know, can make a massive difference. You get the order wrong, you can leave a couple of creatures out that you didn't need to, or you could waste a bit of amber. So yeah, you're making sure you're deciding which cards are going down, making sure they're going to go down in the best order before you're putting them down. So there we go. Reek with Professor Terato, drawn a card. Reek with Infomorph, drawn a card. Now his hand's up to 10. And he's in check. Well, not in check yet, but I'd be surprised if another card doesn't come down with an amber pip on it, to be fair, at some stage with 10 cards in hand. So there we go. Standardised testing to destroy Niffle Kong, Ghost Hawk and Smoko. Smoko's archived the top card of my deck. He's played Casual Loop to archive a card along with Casual Loop. Played Odd Clawed. Played Munchling. Drawn another card due to Munchling's ability. And then passed the turn in check on 7. So yeah, I could possibly take him off check with one of the Font of the Eyes. If I destroy a creature, I'll be allowed to capture one. I could really do here with the Crucible showing me what power Demo Beast is, so that I can maybe kill it, destroy it and steal one off the back of it. But there we go, we've got rid of Crewman Jorg. Reeked with Cephalus, drawn a card because of Professor Terato's ability. Made Niffle Ape fight the other crewman. Trying to get rid of those, obviously, because of the multiple steals that they can do. Those have already, cost me a couple of amber. So yeah, deciding what to do with this Niffle Ape. I mean, if I leave it at 7, Odd Clawed, steal one. There we go. I'm having to go at Professor Terato now because I'm worried about Professor Terato, and I've sacrificed the mutagenic serum so I could use the sanctuary creature that's down there, the Dino Knight. Reek with it, drawn another card. Up to 8 cards in hand at the moment. There we go, captured 1. That does drop him down by 1, but now because the engineer's on the flank, he will still be able to forge for 6. So maybe I should have thrown the Niffle Kong into something else, or maybe Reek with it. But yeah, there we go. Simon's on the second key. I'm in check on 8. Simon forges for 6. What's he going to do now? So they've gone for logos. Reek with Terato, draw a card. Reek with Infomorph, draw a card. Hand size of 10. Again, drew the archives, so I've got the Casual Loop. Reek with Odd Clawed. Reek with Munchling, drawn a card because of Munchling. Hands up to 12 now. Played Neurosiphon. Stolen now because of Neurosiphon, but couldn't steal it because my Cephalus has stopped the steals working now. So there we go, I've forged the key for 6. But obviously 2 keys down to 1, and Simon's 1 amber away from check. And yeah, 1 amber away from potentially winning the game as well. So just because of those 5 turns where I was taking off check, it's going to be a long way back. I'm still not absolutely gone, but it's such a long way back from now. So I've played Fish and Bloom there. I'll play Kronos, which will let me draw 2 cards, because Kronos has got a draw icon on it, and Fish and Bloom is going to double it. So I've got a couple of uses out of Fish and Bloom in this game. That'll let me archive 2 cards because of Kronos' ability letting you archive one every time you draw. Play a drawing enhance. Keitho the Adventurer draws a card and also lets Kronos archive a card. There we go. Infomorph goes down. There we go. Still got the Cumex, which will draw a card. Obviously, it's not going to let Kronos archive one, but there we go. There's another Keitho the Adventurer. Play Keitho the Adventurer. He's got a draw icon on it. So I draw a card. I can also archive another card because of Kronos. Play the Mutagenic Serum again. Seems like I've only just used it, to be fair. I've still got the Academy training I can put out somewhere. And I've still got the Titan that I can use. Probably makes sense to put it on something that is ready that I can use to get some value out of. So I've put it on the Dino Knight. And I've fought the Dino Knight into Professor Tarato to take away that ability to reap and draw a card. And then I've still got one of the Logos card that I can use. There we go. Meet with him. And yeah, so I've managed to take one away from Simon there via capture and increase the key cost to 7. And that was a big turn. I mean, you can see there's a lot of cards gone into archive there off the back of that turn. Also as well, we've got Resurgence and it's coming. But again, I need a turn to get Niffle Kong ready before I can use his steal ability. So Simon's now gone for Shadows. Tempting Offer. I'll return one of my creatures. So he's returned Odd Claude. Oh no, he's captured onto Odd Claude because of Tempting Offer's capture icon, and he's returned the Dino Knight to my hand. The Dino Knight. Oh no, Damo Beast to my hand, that makes sense. So he's returned the Damo Beast because it had 1 amber on it, and also as well, because if I manage to destroy it, it will steal 1. Then he's played a Dark Wave to deal 2 damage to all non-mutant creatures, which has killed Cumex. So Cumex has gone into the archives. I've got quite an archive there. He's played a Xeno Thief, Reckless Rizzo, Gamgee, Macy's Asp, Shadowsaurus, captured onto the Shadowsaurus, and then pass the turn to me. So Simon's in check on 8, forging at 7. So if I can take 2 away from him, I can carry on playing. And definitely take 1 because of Font of the Eye. It's an Omni ability. If I just manage to fight into something, then that's going to be easy enough to do. So I've got 4 Untamed cards in hand. Yeah, and I've gone for the Sanctum. I've taken all my archives, which means I've got a 13 card hand now. So we'll play Potion of Invulnerability. Probably won't get to use it, but it'll be down there anyway. Gave me an Amber. Play Gorm of Orm, which has got a draw icon and allows me to archive a card. It makes sense to archive Untamed at the moment. Play Font of the Eye, draw a card, archive a card thanks to Kronos. Again, just stick something Untamed in there. looking at the strength of creatures to see what Fangs of Gizzleheart is or is not going to do for me. So we played Bulwark, who's going to give his neighbours Assault 2. So Keith of the Adventurer's now got Assault 2. And the ready Gizzleheart Zealot at the side of him has got Assault 2. Squire Alice would capture 2, which would automatically take Simon off check. So Squire Alice is definitely going down somewhere. And if I can find something to kill with the Fangs of Gizzleheart, yeah, play the Radiant Truth. That's stunned all but 2 of Simon's creatures, which is going to make quite a lot of difference. Yeah, it's because at the moment I haven't killed anything, although I've still got the enraged Gizzleheart Zealot, which should let me kill something and then capture 1 off the back of it. And again, it's got the Assault 2, so I could kill something small and elusive with the 2 assault damage. It would still leave the enraged token on the Zealot, but bottom line, the capture would be useful because it just gets another 1 amber out of Simon's pool. And I'm thinking about putting it on something that's a bit vanilla. So I've put it on the Cephalist. Might have been better putting it on the Infomorph, because the Cephalist is protecting the Amber Steel. Now I'm going to pop the Mutagenic Serum again, which is going to let me use any mutant creatures. So I can use the Infomorph to fight or Reap. I've Reap with it to get to 6. I can use the Dino Knight. And I've Reap with that, and I've drawn a card because of it, because of the Academy training. I've Reap with Cephalist to get to 9. And I've still got the Fangs of Gizzleheart. I wonder if I should play it and kill my own engineer to make me forge for 1 less, but then the problem is it just makes it so much easier for Simon to forge on. It makes it so much harder for me to take Simon off check again on his next turn, which he's going to be on. So yeah, there we go. That was quite a big turn for me. Forged a key. No, I didn't forge a key, but I've gone up to 9, and taken Simon off check from 8 to 5, I think that was. So he's gone for Shadows. He's removed the stun from Reckless Rizzo. Removed the stun from Zeno Thief. He's still got 2 Shadows creatures on the edges, I believe, that he can use. So is for the Macy Sasp into Squire Alice, which has killed her and given him his 2 back. Use the Shadowsaurus to return all the Amber on Dino Knight to Bantha 2's pool to take control of Bantha Knight. So he's taken control of the Dino Knight and made it Shadows. He's given me all the Amber on it to do that, but it allows him to both Reap with Dino Knight and draw a card. So now he's on 8. So that is a really good trick to pull. But again, because of the way TCO's working, I can't see the abilities on the creatures. So maybe I would have paid a little bit more attention to the creature with that one that was on the flank of the battle line and that I'd not stunned, if I could see what Shadowsaurus can actually do. So I need to capture 3 capture or steal 3 to stay in the game. So I forged my second key. I can definitely kill something and capture at least 1. That's easy enough. I haven't got any capture icons on any of the cards in this deck. All the enhance are draw, 7 draw enhancement. But you saw how powerful they can be when Kronos put a massive turn into my archive. So yeah, I'm having a look at it to see what I can do. I'll be honest, I don't think I can do it on this turn, or I'm going to be surprised if I can. Again, I'm just going through what we've got. So the Font of the Eyes Omni, it will work no matter which house I choose. Those are the draw cards we've got left. None of those are going to capture anything. The only one that would be any use would be the Logos Steel, even Ivan, if he was down and ready and there's nothing to make him ready. So even though I could fight with the Kethos and draw cards with the Kethos, yeah, not much point choosing Logos. Again, I'm seeing what I've got in maybe Untamed that I could do, because we've got, and it's coming, we've got a Resurgence, we've got a Niffle 8, but again, it's just not there. So I think I'm going to be playing my turn out, and then Simon's going to be winning this game. So there we go. I've chosen Sanctum. I haven't drawn the archive. I'll play Fanzel Gizzle Heart to purge the Dino Knight and get the amber off it. Play Potion of Invulnerability to allow me to fight and not take any damage with any of my creatures. So we've got the Zealot, who can hit anything. So he's killed Odd Claude, gave me an amber. Then I've captured one with Font of the Eye. I've just used the Gorm Dion for the fun of it. I'll kill the Font of the Eye that's already been used. I'll capture another one with Font of the Eye. That'll take Simon to 7. Then I can reap with that Bulwark. And yeah, that's it. Game over. So, how did Niffle Kong get on there? Well, he forged 2 keys. Obviously, he lost the game, so he's on 1 win. Out of 2 games, he's forged 5 keys, and he's entered play 4 times in 2 games. Again, the resurgences are just really helping. He's coming to play twice in the first game, twice in the second game. So yeah, so far after 2 games for Gravitron and Niffle Kong, they've both won 1 each. Gravitron's lagging a little bit with the keys, forged 4 keys, not entered play once, although he's been really unlucky not to enter play. And Niffle Kong slightly edging him out with 1 more key and being played 4 times more. So what we'll be doing, we'll see how Deusillus gets on against the Z-Force deck. That video should be up on Tuesday. If you're interested in playing against them, leave it in the comments. But yeah. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.